Hello dear students and welcome back to the class. سلام دانش آموزان عزیز، خوش آمدین دوباره به کلاس درسی ما. In this video I'm going to talk about the vocabulary questions that refers to the reading skill and the title of vocabulary questions. ایزارم بس خود امروز روی یکی از سوالاتی که مبتنی بر مهارت شنیدن خوان شما است زیر عنوان پرسش های واژگان می داشته باشم. Let's move on to the second slide. میریم به سلاید دومیما which is elaborating you the definition of vocabulary questions and the indicators or a template of the question. A vocabulary question asks you to choose the definition that best describe how a highlighted word or phrase is used in the passage. یک واژه یا عباره‌ای که رنگ شده می باشد یا نشانی شده می باشد در متن از شما خواسته می شود که معنای از او یا فانکشنش است. In most cases در بسیاری از قضایا you will be asked to choose the definition of a single word though occasionally هر از چندگاهی اگرچه you may be asked about the definition of a short phrase یا عبارت می باشد یا واژه. There are typically 2 to 4 vocabulary questions per reading passage. What's the frequency of the questions? تعداد سوال چند تاست؟ 2 or 4. It means 2, 3, 4. Not less than 2, not more than 4. Vocabulary questions may be worded as follow. Here we have got some indicators. The word camouflage in the passage is closest into the meaning. Closest into the meaning is one of the bold indicator for the vocabulary questions. The phrase X in the passage is closest in the meaning. So word, phrase, closest, meaning to in the passage. These are indicators to tell you, hello, I am a vocabulary question. Come on. Quick guide, vocabulary questions. Definition. Vocabulary questions asks you to identify the definition of a word or phrase from a passage. تعریفش از شما میخواید. The word or phrase will be highlighted in the passage. چگونه پیداش میکنین؟ Don't worry. تشویش نکنین. Already highlighted نشانی شده میباشه بر شما. The vocabulary you are tested on may have multiple meanings. متوجه باشین که واژه میشه چندین معنا داشته باشد. You must choose the definition that best describes how the word or phrase is used in the passage. او معنای را انتخاب میکنین که مطابقت با متن داشته باشد or context. For this reason, بنابراین دلیل you cannot simply study a list of words in the preparation for vocabulary questions. نیاز نیست یک کتابک یا چند دانه واژه رو بخونی که ما توفلر شدیم. Targeted skills. In order to answer a vocabulary question correctly, you must 1. Be able to understand how word or phrase are used in the passage. How word used منظورش است که the function of the words. Is it noun? Is it verb? Is it adjective? Is it adverb? Second, be able to use context clues to determine meaning of words or phrases. In the TOEFL IBT, you don't have this license to ask someone or use your dictionary. So the only things that help you to in order to determine the meaning of a word or phrase is use context clues. Many times I talk about the context clues. Context clues چه قسم میگن؟ استفاده از سرنخهای متن. When there is context clues, remember ideas. Idea رو متوجه باشید. یا idea مفکوره نداره. This is an acronym. چی است؟ به شکل abbreviation است. I stands for inferences. D stands for definition. E stands for example. A stands for antonyms. S stands for synonyms. So this called context clues refers to ideas. Known common English suffix or prefix and their meanings. هر قدر پسوند پیشوند بفهمی هم قدر برات آسان تر میشه. That refers to morphology که یک علمی است. A branch of linguistics یک بخشی از زبانشناسی ما واژه شناسی است. And third, have a broad knowledge of English vocabulary. Broad knowledge, it means you have to know the formula, the formation of the word. Okay, for example, accuse is a verb, accusation as a noun, accusative as adjective, and as accusatively as an adverb. The correct answer. What's the nature of the correct answer? The correct answer for a vocabulary question can replace the highlighted word or phrase without changing the meaning of a sentence or contradicting the main idea of the passage. جواب درست او جواب است که واژه را از گزینه جوابات بگیری and plug into the passage. در passage واژه‌ای که هایلایت شده است او را به جای جایگزین بسازی و دوباره read the text context متن میخوانی without changing the meaning of sentence and without contradicting the main idea. نه معنا را تغییر بده و نه مفکوری اصلی را. اونمو that's called correct answer. The correct answer option is often a synonym of highlighted word. متوجه باشین که خود واژه نه بلکه واژه مترادفش. What is synonym? Synonyms are words that are similar in the meaning. واژه های مترادف عبارت واژه هایی هستند که در معنا با هم مشابه یکدیگرند. Bookstore, bookshop. Wrong answer options. In order to understand the wrong answer options, or to choose or cross or check the answer or wrong answer options, you have to understand what's wrong with them. So here we have got 3 strategies for how to answer or how to choose the correct answers, incorrect answers, or wrong answers. Watch out for answers options that include اینی راهبردها را یا استراتژی ها را مشمول باشد. A. Similar contractions as a highlighted word such as words as a slather and gather. Remember, just because 2 words looks alike does not mean that they have the same meaning. شما متوجه باشین که بعضی اوقات از تکنیک یک تکنیک برای شما میاره که slather and gather. Okay, actually it looks the same. موازی یا همسان معلوم می شود. But that's not correct. درست نیست عزیزانم. It doesn't mean if a words or 2 words look same با هم مشابه باشن have the same meaning معنای یک معنا را ifade کنه. It's incorrect. This is called mind diversion. The opposite meaning of another answer option. If 2 answer options have opposite meaning, it's like that neither one of them is correct. Sometimes it doesn't require that you have to go to the passage. نیاز نیست بعضی اوقات با متن بری read the questions, then read the answer options and try to start the process of elimination from incorrect answer options. For example, A, talk about white, B, talk about black. So you know that both of them are incorrect or one of them are incorrect. Cross them out. And the third strategy, the correct definition or word but for a different usage. تعریف درست یکی از تعریفش است لیکن در اینجا استفاده نشده. You must choose the answer that best describes the meaning of the word as it is used in the passage. اما معنایی را که در متن استفاده شده است. Walk through یادگیری قدم به قدم vocabulary questions سوالات یا پرسش های واژگان. Activity A فعالیت الف. Correctly read the simple vocabulary questions here. Questions, so it means we have 2 questions. Write down a brief definition for the words you know. واژه‌ای که در اینجا gradual and imperceptible اینو شما یک شی انتخاب میکنین. B. Now read the simple passage. Where is the passage? This is passage. Fast moving glossaries. Please scan the passage for a minute. Then while you read, underline information that you think will help you answer the question in part A. In part A. When you're reading down, mark the correct answer option. Answer option درست شما مارک میکنید زنم. Okay? So read it here. متن بخونید. Then answer or choose the correct answer option. Tips for answering correctly. Tip number 1. نکاتی که شما را کمک میکند. Review the paragraph in which the highlighted word or phrases appears. برای شما میگه که for example the word camouflage in paragraph 2 is closest into meaning. So paragraph برای شما داده می شود عزیزانم. Locate the paragraph پیدا کنین and read the targeted paragraph. اون paragraph هدف قرار داده شدن رو میخوانین نه که تمامشه. Because you have to choose the answer that is closest into the meaning to the word or phrase in the passage, you need to say exactly how the word or phrase is used. When you review the word or phrase and surrounding sentences, make note of context clues. I already mentioned about the context clues idea that can help you figure out the meaning. See the table below for strategies for using context clue to determine the meaning of a word or phrases. بعضی از راهبردهای یا استراتژی‌هایی برای شما ایزانم آوردیم در رابطه با اینکه چگونه از سرنخ‌ها استفاده کنید. Okay, tip 1. This table refer to tip number 1, which is elaborating strategies for using context clues. A strategy here we have got 3. Keywords 3. Examples 3. Number 1, pay attention to examples that appear near to the highlighted word. هر مثالی که نزدیک به مو واژه نشانی شده بود او را بخوان. If you are familiar with the example, you can use them to determine the meaning of highlighted word. For example, the keywords for example واژه‌های کلیدی or golden words واژه‌های طلایی که در transition یا واژه‌های رمزی است که ما برای example استفاده می‌کنیم. Such as, including, consist of, this includes, like. For example, example ببینید. The photograph shows banal activities. I don't know what do you mean by banal activities. Like going to the grocery store or doing household chores. So here, like used as an example. Going to grocery store and doing household chores، کار خانگی یا کار خانه رو انجام دادن، یا مثلا رفتن به دکان گروسری یا حبوبات و سبزیجات و غلجات فروخته که میشه. Okay. Look for keywords that signals a contrast from the previous idea. These keywords are called contrasting transition. If you know the meaning of the word from the surrounding sentence, you'll know that the highlighted word has an opposite meaning. متوجه باشیم بعضی اوقات چهار طرف واژه ها با اون واژه‌ای که هایلایت شده هستند متفاوت می باشد. Unlike, on the other hand, while, but, however. Example is taken in. Unlike most mammals, few of which are venomous, alright? And I don't know what you mean by venomous. Okay, the plant types produce a noxious substance that can cause extreme pain in humans. So here means that, unlike most mammals, برخلاف بعضی از حیوانات آبی, aquatic animal, few of which are venomous یعنی زهراگین است, produce a noxious substance that can cause extreme pain in humans. Look for indirect definitions or potential definitions, تعاریف بالقوة که میگیم, of terms in the sentence that surrounding highlighted words. These definitions may include easier synonyms of highlighted words or information that help clarify its meaning, the key translation, and meaning that. In the southwestern United States, the sunflower is ubiquitous. I don't know what do you mean by ubiquitous. And this and but I'm gonna make an indirect definition. It's difficult to find a garden that does not include the plant. Wow, sounds great. Alright. Step 2. Learn common English prefix and suffixes. قسمی که بر شما گفتیم پیشوندها و پسوندها را باید از بدانید عزیزانم. That refers to the morphology که راجع می شود به علم واژه شناسی. By learning the meanings of common English prefix and suffix, you will be able to analyze an unfamiliar word and guessing its meaning. با فهم با درک ریشه واژه، پسوند، پیشوند، میانوند، شما به آسانی میتونید و شما قادر میشین که یک واژه ناشناخته را تحلیل کنین، تجزیه کنین، حتی معنایش را فکر کنین. پریفکس ها را متوجه باشین همراه معانیش. without, d remove, m not, miss wrong, pre before, re do again, sub under or below, and not. Examples: moral, amoral means without morals. Fork, defork, to remove fork. Proper, improper. Place, misplace, to put in the wrong place. Okay, date, predate, to happen before a certain time. Do, redo, to do something again. Zero, sub-zero, below zero. Healthy, unhealthy, not healthy. Suffix را متوجه باشید. Able means ability to do. AC, state. Aid, make. ER or refers to job. Full of. یعنی یک چیز بیشتر از حدش اضافه باشد. Okay? Ish, somewhat. Back نحوش. Meant, state. Ness, state. For example, read, readable, able to read. Privacy, the state of being private. Activate, to make active. Actor, a person who acts. Merciful, full of mercy. Whitish, somewhat white, یعنی مایل به سفید یا سفیدی. Fulfillment, the state of being fulfilled. And happiness, the state of being happy. Step 3. Try replacing the highlighted word with each other of the answer options. وقتی که یک گزینه جوابات شما وقتی که یک واژه را پیدا میکنین the highlighted word, try to replace. This process called plug-in. plug-in منظور چیست که اون واژه هایلایت در گزینه اول میمونی، دوم، سوم، چهارم کدامش معنا میده and کدامش match میکنه. Then try reading the sentence. جمله را بخوانید. When you insert the correct answer options, the sentence should be logical and should support the main ideas of the passage. Answer options that do not make sense معنا را که ifade نکرد when inserted should be eliminated. باید از حذفش کنین جای به جای. Tip 4. Increase your vocabulary knowledge before the tests. How? Use a dictionary and an academic word list on page 170 to learn the definitions of new words, but that's not sufficient. The academic word list created by Coxhead 2000 consists of 500 word familiar that occur frequently over a wide range of academic text. Knowing and practicing these words will help you to build your vocabulary. And also, here we have got, created by Coxit Head 2000. My there consists of 500 word families. And also, I just give you a reference. My there, try to buy 500 for essential words translated by Rizad Anshwari. He's a professor in Tehran University. It sounds great. It sounds great. It's the most reliable book, okay, and you could use them in your daily conversation. Okay, knowing and practicing these words will help you to build your vocabulary. Get ready. For the first time, I try my best to not work the get set. Get set I just change get set to get ready. They turn on our get ready. Both of them sounds the same. Get ready and get set. Activity: scan the short passage about climate, the climate of the Atlantic archipelago. So this means that underline the main idea of each paragraph. Here we have, how many paragraphs do we have? We have 3 paragraphs. We have 3 paragraphs. Read it and underline, please. Underline the main idea of each paragraph. If it's not visible, please use your books as kitab. Then activity B: read the questions carefully. What types of questions are they? Underline keywords in a questions and answer option. You look for a while. You review the passage. And answer the questions. Note the correct answer. Read why answer options are corrected. Remember, some of them are, for example, based on information, which of the following can be inferred about the sunlight? So here we have got an indicator. And this indicator tells us that, hello, I am an inference question, not vocabulary questions. As you just what type of questions are they? All right. Progressive practice. Go for the TOEFL test. Read the passage about the topic in astronomy. یک متن شما در رابطه با یک توپیک یا موضوعی از نجوم شناسی میخوانین. Origins of the moon. Origins of the moon منظورش است که نشأت اصلی مهتاب چگونه به وجود آمد یا سرچشمه گرفته. مثلا origins هم میتونیم بگیم نشأت، نقطه‌ای که از آنجا شروع شده است و سرچشمه گرفته. Read the passage please. این passage میخوانین with the 5 paragraph. Focus on the highlighted words like speculate, okay, disintegrated, undermine, and etc. Then now answer the questions. Is a lot of job meeting. Read the answer, but my dear, when you read the questions, try to focus on the indicators. Is it the inference questions or vocabulary questions? All right. Also a lot of استنباطی و استنتاجیز that we already covered. ما از قبل او را cover کردیم، پوشش دادیم. Or it's the vocabulary questions that today I'm talking about. So my dear, this was a little information about one of the other question type based on the reading scale under the title of vocabulary questions. I hope you enjoyed from watching the video. Wishing you all the best. Have a nice time. Bye bye.